Hey guys, it's YellowMixWagon here, and today we are doing the Beginner's Guide to Marvel Comics. This video is for people that are just starting to read comics and just starting to get introduced to the MCU and want to know more about the comics. And for people who want to further their comic knowledge. We'll be covering key events, characters, and timelines also covers shared universes in this video. The footage seen in the video belongs to Disney and Marvel Entertainment, and I do not own the rights. So with all that said, let's get straight into this.
Do you want me to go fucking trash your lights? Do you want me to fucking trash them? Fuck! And what the
The major characters you should know to get you up to date with most themes are, for the heroes, Iron Man, Captain America, Wolverine, and the Guardians of the Galaxy. It doesn't matter if it is the new or old Guardians of the Galaxy, that just expands your cosmos knowledge of the Marvel comics a little bit. The villains, the Red Skull, Ultron, Enchantress, and Thanos, and for some extra characters, you'll need to know the Celestials. If you don't know who any of them are, write down in the comments below who they are, and I'll respond to you as quickly as I possibly can, just to get you up to date with the character. And that's that. If you don't know who the Celestials are, I will be talking about that at the end of the video.
fuck is it with you?
I was looking at the light.
Fuck! And what the fuck is it with you?
I was looking at the light.
Fuck!
The Age of Ultron storyline is a little bit different than it shows in the movie. After the events of the Annihilation, Ultron, the human-hating artificial intelligent robot created by Hank Pym, returned to Earth in the inactive body of a gladiatorian space knight. The Intelligencer found it and tried to activate it, but the Avengers intervened. During the ensuing battle, Ultron reawakened in his new body and escaped. Free on Earth once again, Ultron assembled an army of Ultron Sentinels and launched a swift and horrifying attack on New York City. The initial assault killed many of the world's most powerful heroes, and the rest, including Captain America, Emma Frost, Invisible Woman, Iron Man, Hawkeye, Luke Cage, She-Hulk, and Wolverine, were forced underground. Hammerhead and the Owl captured Spider-Man and tortured him to learn the location of the other Avengers so they could sell them to Ultron. But Hawkeye mounted a bloody and successful rescue attempt before they could do so. Under the guidance of Captain America, Luke Cage knocked out She-Hulk and pretended to sell her to Ultron in order to get inside the adamantium robot's headquarters. Cage discovered that Ultron ruled over his Sentinels via a dismembered vision, controlling him by a remote from the future. She-Hulk sacrificed her life so Luke could escape and tell the others what he had learned. The Avengers traveled to the Savage Land to evade Ultron. They were met with Kar-Zar and other scattered heroes, including Black Widow, Moon Knight, Monica Rambeau, Quicksilver, Red Hulk, and Valkyrie. Despite being caught in a nuclear bomb explosion, Cage had reached the Savage Land first, and before he died, he told them Ultron's secrets. Black Widow led the others to a safe house Nick Fury had set up in the Savage Land long ago. They found him waiting there for him, along with Doctor Doom's time platform. A team of heroes mounted an ill-fated assault against Ultron in the future. Believing the effort was doomed to fail, Wolverine and Invisible Woman waited for the others to leave, and then went back into the past to kill Hank Pym before he could create Ultron. When they returned to their time, they found themselves in an alternate universe, which had been transformed into a dystopia by Pym's death. Disheartened, Wolverine and Invisible Woman returned to the past. Wolverine stopped his past self from killing Pym. They worked with Pym to implant a virus into Ultron at his creation, and then erase his memory of doing so. This time around, when Ultron was awakened, Pym, alerted by a message from his past self, worked with Iron Man to trigger the failsafe virus and deactivate Ultron before he could escape.
And what the fuck is it with you?
I was looking at the light.
Fuck! And what the fuck is it with you?
I was looking at the light.
Having reinvented themselves as the heroes of a reality TV show, the New Warriors moved in on a house containing 4 supervillains: Cobalt Man, Coldheart, Nitro, and Speed Freak. During the ensuing battle, Nitro exploded in the middle of Stamford, Connecticut. The blast killed over 600 people, including Microbe, Namorita, and Night Thrasher. The public outcry over the tragedy spurred Congress to pass the Superhuman Registration Act, which required all superpowered people in the US to register with the government and work for it as a part of S.H.I.E.L.D., or face imprisonment. In the wake of M-Day, the public had already been pushing for such safeguards, and the Stamp disaster gave the act the impetus to get through. The new law split the superhero community in two. Many of the heroes understood the need for the law and planned to comply it, where others believed it to be a bad law and planned to fight it. Iron Man, Mr. Fantastic, and Hank Pym led those who backed the law, while Captain America refused to help S.H.I.E.L.D. and went underground to form a secret Avengers as the core of his resistance movement. So as soon as the law came into effect and S.H.I.E.L.D. started rounding up outlaw heroes, the resistance set to freeing them. Notably, most of the backers of the law already had public identities to begin with, while many of those who protested the law did not. The most famous expectation was Spider-Man, who sided with his mentor Iron Man. After some soul-searching, he revealed his secret identity as Peter Parker at a globally televised press conference. The X-Men officially declared neutrality during the conflict, which soon became known as the Civil War. Although they sympathized with the resistance, they had been nearly destroyed on M-Day, and did not wish to risk making their eradication complete. In the first major conflict between the two sides, S.H.I.E.L.D. unleashed a clone of Thor. The clone killed Giant Man, which was Bill Foster at the time, and would have harmed others had the Invisible Woman not switched sides to protect the resistance. The incident caused heroes on both sides to reconsider their choices. Spider-Man switched to Captain America's team, while Nighthawk and Stature decided to register. Desperate to even the sides, Captain America and his heroes launched an attack on the super prison Mr. Fantastic had built in a negative zone. Anticipating this, Iron Man led a team to stop them. Cloak teleported the entire team back to Manhattan, and the resistance was winning handily when a group of firefighters, EMTs, and police tackled Captain America to keep him from killing Iron Man. Looking around at the damage the battle had caused, Captain America realized that his team had won everything except the argument. He surrendered himself to the NYPD and effectively ended the conflict. In the aftermath, Iron Man became the new director of S.H.I.E.L.D. and launched the 50 State Initiative. And just before Iron Man got sent to court, he was shot by crossbones with the snap rifle, then mind-controlled by Hydra, Sharon Carter, did the finishing blows to Captain America, which ended in Captain America's death.
It's fucking distracting. Oh, good. It's fucking distracting.
The Illuminati decided that the Hulk had become too dangerous to be permitted to remain on Earth. Discovering that a life-model decoy robot of Nick Fury had sent the Hulk into space on a mission, they turned his rescue vehicle away from Earth and sent it toward an uninhabited planet. On its way, the ship entered a wormhole and wound up on the planet Sakaar. There, the Hulk became a gladiatorial slave of the Red King, until he and his warbound friends led a rebellion that installed him as the planet's king instead. As king, the Hulk married the Red King's lieutenant, Carrier, making her his queen. His happiness was shattered, however, when the ship in which he traveled to Sakaar exploded, killing millions of people, including the pregnant Carrier. Believing the Illuminati was responsible, the Hulk gathered his warbound allies and returned to Earth. On his way to Earth, the Hulk stopped at the moon to pick up Black Bolt. He and his warbound then appeared in their starship over Manhattan and gave the people 24 hours to evacuate. Iron Man, wearing his latest Hulkbuster armor, attacked, but the Hulk defeated him and brought his warbound to help beat the Avengers. He took on the Fantastic Four and captured Mr. Fantastic. While General Ross led the U.S. Army against the Hulk, Doctor Strange tried to help his old friend. The Hulk broke his hands, making it difficult for him to cast spells. Then he set up Madison Square Garden as a gladiatorial arena. Desperate, Doctor Strange unleashed and merged with the demon Zom, becoming as angry and powerful as the Hulk when he nearly killed a group of bystanders. However, doubts overcame him, and the Hulk brought him down. Back in Madison Square Garden, the Hulk permitted those with grievances against Black Bolt, Doctor Strange, Iron Man, and Mr. Fantastic to demand justice. He then unleashed a monster from Sakaar on the heroes. When they survived that, he used slave discs implanted in each of them to set the four against each other. At the last moment, the Hulk spared the Illuminati, stating they had come for justice, not murder. Having exposed them for what they were, he and his warbound would raise Manhattan and then leave. Before he could do so, the Sentry finally showed up and attacked. He and the Hulk battled each other until they both reverted to their human forms. Unwilling to let the conflict end, Mayek, the first of the warbound that the Hulk had ever met, stabbed the Hulk's oldest friend, Rick Jones, to enrage Bruce Banner and make him turn back into the Hulk. Mayek also revealed that he had sent a band of Red King loyalists set the explosion on Sakaar, but said nothing so that the Hulk would go to war. Too angry to control himself, the Hulk begged Iron Man to stop him. Iron Man fired a coordinated blast from several orbital satellites, causing the Hulk to become Bruce Banner once more. Unconscious, he was captured and imprisoned 3 miles beneath the Earth.
Oh, good. It's fucking distracting. Oh, good. It's fucking distracting.
The mainstream Marvel Universe is only one of countless possible universes in the multiverse. Most full universes are known by the name Earth. Attached to an identifying number. The regular Marvel Universe is Earth 616, although almost no one in that universe knows of it as any other than home. Most of the universes have their own versions of familiar characters, although they may be drastically different from one another. Most people live their lives in a single universe, never knowing anything of their places beyond their own. A rare few, however, travel between the universes frequently. Us humans in this universe, we live on Earth 1218. There is also the Ultimate Universe, which is in Earth 1610, which holds Miles Morales. There is an alternate world where Perpman uses his powers of persuasion to become US President, which is called Earth 460. And the future of Earth 996 is a dark time. Black Bolt has released the Terrigen mists into the atmosphere, causing many humans to become mutants. That happens in Earth 9997, sorry. And there is also where crossovers and different universes happen, which is, and the top superhero team is the Squadron Supreme, which is Earth 712. And then there's also the Marvel Zombies, which is Earth 2149. Now the part I referenced in the beginning, who are the Celestials, and I'll tell you. The Celestials are beings of immense power that essentially created the Earth. And every couple million years, if they weren't happy with the creation, they would decimate it. The Celestials are also the ones responsible for those who have their powers. Gamma bombs would essentially kill any other being, but since the Celestials had set up that Bruce Banner would become a superhero and what his abilities would be, he needed something similar to that to unlock his abilities, such as a gamma bomb unlocks it. This is for every single other character.
Oh, good! No! Fuck! No!
So there it is. I hope you guys did like this video. If you did, don't forget to drop a like, comment, and share this with your friends and family if you want them to get up to date with Marvel Comics as well, which will also be very good. And don't forget to subscribe to keep up with all this content coming out shortly. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.